Yeah.
That's because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, sir. There's nothing else to say about it other than I'm an idiot. So good day, YouTube, and welcome to the Albino Rhino is a moron.
Hey, did you do you smell any pancakes coming up from the basement up to your room there?
No, I don't smell any pancakes through the floor.
All right, never mind then.
Anyway, yeah, so we were just doing our Beer 101 analysis with the King of Beer Tube about Guinness, and I started BDU right afterwards, and I forgot to go to the fridge and get a beer before we started. So I do have a little bit of Guinness left in this glass, but I was going to get a Radler and mix it with the Radler, but or maybe the 12 Minutes of Destiny, because I bought 2 cans of that.
It's crazy.
That would actually
crazy talk.
I think that would be great.
I'm continuing the Guinness train, but in a different fashion. I'm now doing the Guinness Hop House Lager.
Oh,
Guinness Hop Post Lager.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It is, let's see what it says on the back. A group of enterprising brewers on a quest to explore new recipes, reinterpret old ones, and collaborate freely to bring exciting beers to life. Hop House 13 is named for the building where hops were once stored at St. James Gate. It's a golden lager with refreshing taste and clean, crisp finish, brewed with Irish barley and double hopped. And that double hopped holds about as much weight as fucking Miller saying they're triple hopped. Just saying. But
So yeah, before we get into anything, Chris, you're still drinking your Guinness too, aren't you?
nope. I am
What
not.
do you want to know?
I'm on the Flying Monkeys Raspberry Hibiscus Lager,
Oh, the 12
which
minutes.
is, yeah, and it's fucking delish. I like this. You were right. I was going to like this. I like this a lot.
Alrighty. So first and foremost, Beer Core Droid says, "What's up, Dweebs?" Nothing. We, like I said, we just finished our beer analysis over on Lee's channel,
What's up?
and yeah, we're going from there. We'll finish the rest of these comments quick before we get to any news, just to give the other guys some time to get in. Malton in Montreal, hey brother. Hey Rhino from Drunken One. Sup Dweebs from Rhino. Good day, sir. Evening all from I am BDJ, and that's one of the guys from Niagara, Chris, that we were talking about at the
Oh, okay. Yep.
What else do we have? Hop House Lager sounds like a disaster.
it's not bad.
Enjoy
It's
okay. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, it's better than their golden lager that they released
The
a
blonde?
year ago. Yeah, the blonde or whatever.
Ryan says, enjoying a fresh from the brewery, Little Red from Castle Brewery in Castleman, Ontario. Castleman, Ontario, where the first language is actually French. Yes, I know Castleman.
Thanks for the tip.
Beer Cayman Kettle Coconut Porter. I fucking hate you, just so you know.
Oh, it's so good.
Beer Core Droid, and just call me B. Easier. Yeah, it is, but I'm stupid and I won't remember that. I've had a lot of head injuries. Greg, are you drinking anything other than Guinness right now?
I am having a water since I got to go driving in like 20 minutes.
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
being a responsible human being before I come back later and get shit.
Fair enough.
Hey, I got some. Well,
There you go. Hello, Average Joe. What are you drinking right now, sir?
I busted into this beer that I know absolutely nothing about. Was given to me by a friend. It's it just says legendary Wisconsin beer on it, which is pretty fantastic. But Tyranna Brewery from Wisconsin, Lake Mills, Wisconsin, out of their Brewers Gone Wild series, their Carnal Knowledge in the Wood. It is a double oatmeal stout aged in rye whiskey barrels. So
Sounds like a good time.
You let us know if that's good or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit because it is out of the fridge. But it sounds pretty good. Double oatmeal stout aged in rye whiskey barrels.
nice.
I just never heard of it before, so I have no idea what's going on.
If you guys are wondering, I forgot to blow up the chat window before I popped it out, so I have to keep looking like that. It's way over here. I guess I could move it over here.
That's really not a big change from every other time.
Not a big change,
honestly.
Hey,
Are we about to go into Joe's favorite part?
Yes. Yes, we're going to go into Joe's favorite part of the night.
You're welcome.
Go into the Canadian beer
Probably
news.
likes her. She's just afraid.
Joe, there's only 2 pieces new this week. Only 2 news stories this week.
That's too many, buddy.
And actually, there's only one that we would normally read. I only opened up the second one just so we had more than one thing to read, just to piss off Joe. First and foremost, Silver Valley Brewing Company is opening this weekend in Maple Ridge, BC. The city of Maple Ridge, on the northeastern corner of the Metro Vancouver region, is about to see the launch of its third craft brewery, Silver Valley Brewing, this coming weekend. Located at 11952 224 Street, number 104. That's a big address. Just a short walk from the city's other two breweries, Maple Meadows and Ridge. Silver Valley will be open on Saturday, September 23rd at 11 a.m. with a promise that our first batches of beer and decent food menu will be there for all to partake in. I'm glad that you're only going to have a decent food menu. Now, no further details of the beers that will be available have been announced. The brewery website indicates that it intends to offer a wide range of beer styles, with special focus being given to English-style ales.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, that's something that BC doesn't seem to have. A lot of it is all IPA.
Yeah, well, they're all hipsters over there, aren't they? Pretty much.
That's why Dev moved there out to BC, right?
Yeah.
So, next is from Reinhard, and Greg, I think I need you to go to Reinhard for me. Anyway, Reinhard Brewing announces its early autumn releases.
Oh,
So-
what do they got?
The first two I don't really care for. The next two really intrigue me. Anyway, the first two is Armed and Simcoe and Armed and Citra. So
they're one-hop beers, are they?
one-hop beers, yep.
Isn't Armed and Citra, I think, is a regular release of theirs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you're right. It is. Armed and Citra is. It's just they're talking about it again. But Armed and Simcoe is not.
Oh.
But coming Thursday, September 21st, Key Lime Pie Sour Ale.
Oh.
Key Lime Pie Sour Ale and Passion Fruit Goza with lactose. On Friday, October 6th.
Key
That sounds like
lime,
something I don't want.
key lime sour anything's fantastic typically, or at least very good. And Reinhard makes good stuff, so
They do. They do. They do a very good job with all their sour ales too, which is good to know because a lot of places that do kettle souring don't do them very well.
You know, Reinhardt's in the middle of nowhere, and then another brewery just opened up.
How
right
far away is
beside
that
them.
brewery from us, Chad?
Reinhard?
Yeah.
Probably
It's in
an
Toronto.
hour and 45 minutes, hour and a half.
But literally, you can go to 3 breweries there. I don't know if the third one.
There's 3 breweries in the same building.
Yeah, I don't know if the third one's open yet. But
That's a road trip.
well, plus it's all in the same general area, so you can hit up like within a 15-minute drive, you can hit up about another 5 or 6 breweries just
Yeah,
within the
very
same
true,
general
yeah.
area.
I gotta catch up to Chad's 4,000 beers, so I'm gonna have to go on a road trip.
cool story, Greg. How about you just go get the beers for everyone, and then we're good.
Right?
Joe, as soon as you get a
And I'll meet
passport,
you. You know what? I'll meet you at the
Maple.
Mapleview Mall. Hey, hey, Greg. I'll meet you at the Mapleview Mall. All right.
The Mapleview Mall, not Nick. Nick's not going to be anywhere in sight, right?
We'll meet in front of Victoria's Secret like last time.
Oh, 100%.
That does not.
It wasn't
surprise
weird
me
at all.
in
It was not weird at all.
No, not even a little bit.
At the dead of night, in
Nope.
front of the Victoria's Secret sign.
Totally natural. That's what everyone does.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong
Really?
with it.
I know.
Hey, want to meet up and drop someone off? Sure. Victoria's Secret Mall, 11 at night. No big deal.
At the mall.
So for anyone wondering, this is not in the news, but it's all over the Facebook site. Nickelbrook. I was just reading something from B over there on the chat window. Anyway, Innocent Gun is doing another Bartender's Choice, basically, and this is basically everybody else making the Innocent Gun for them, the recipe. They have a contest out. You go to the website for it's for Canada. You go to the website. You put in all your information on what you want. You know, it's gonna be bourbon barrel aged, but you put in what style it is, what type of hops you want to put in it, what adjuncts, what other flavors, and all that, and then you submit it, and they will pick the top 10. The top 10 will get voted on by the public, and the winner will be flown to Scotland to brew the beer.
Okay. All expenses paid?
Well, at least the flight. I don't know if everything else is paid.
Yeah, I'm not. That's only cool if you actually have the money then to, sort of fund your own vacation. But
I'm sure they pay it all. Like they did for the bartender's choice. They housed you. You went drinking with Dougal and all that. But I didn't read all the fine print.
They make you
sleep in the. It's a contest, so and only one person's going to win. So yeah, they're going to pay for everything. For sure.
They make you sleep in one of their old barrels that they don't use anymore.
I wouldn't mind.
They'll probably give you a couple dollars to spend at their brewery.
Guinness will take all your money Dougal will take all your money right at the door and just. Yep.
Here's your money for your trip. Congratulations, you win. And you have to buy beer with that money.
Yeah, it's all in innocent gun dollars, not legal tender anywhere else.
Canadian Tire money, but it says innocent gun on top.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's where we're at with that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get a beer soon.
Wait, this is the end of all Ontario beer news? That wasn't a joke?
Yeah, it was just those two. I told you. There wasn't a joke. There was only two.
Oh, my Lord. Thank you.
Holy shit.
Thank you. Oh, this is what...
Actually, you know what? I lied.
You don't fucking lie to us.
Today in the St. Catharines Standard, and this is something that Brian did just bring up in the comments, which is why I said Nickelbrook. This is kind of old news because a lot of us knew it was coming, but at the same time, it's new news because they put a lot more information out now. Multi-million-dollar brewery proposed for Niagara. So Nickelbrook is now announcing to the public they're opening up a brewery in the Niagara region, a destination brewery. And if all goes according to plan, John Romano wants to do for beer in Niagara what local vineyards have done for wine. And John, I don't think you're really going to do for Niagara what local vineyards have done because Niagara already has
Niagara Brewing Company, the best brewing company in the
history. We're gonna have to ask them to settle down a little bit.
You have Silversmith, Oast House, the College, and the Exchange, all within a very close distance.
Yeah, but he was talking about good beer.
Yeah. The president of Nickelbrook Brewing Inc. is eyeing Niagara as a new home for his operations and hopes not just to open another alehouse, but a multi-million-dollar destination location that includes the brewery and a dining center and builds on the best practice of Niagara's wine industry.
So another tourist trap.
So is that going to be anywhere near where they're going to start teaching people how to grow their marijuana? Anywhere near that?
No, they're looking at Lakeshore Road.
Oh, okay.
I think his business plan is more in the realm of, say, $10 black lager bottles.
Yeah, that's
pretty much
fair enough.
Romano's Nickelbrook Brewery is leaving its Hamilton location, which is operated in partnership with Collective Arts Brewing, and is looking for a new home in Niagara. Nickelbrook's quadrupled in size over the last 3 years, so we are looking at a few locations in the St. Catharines and Niagara area. I am looking to build a 30,000 square foot state-of-the-art brewery. He will still be running the Burlington Brewery for the Funk House stuff and his Barrel House, which is actually a fairly large brewery in itself if you've ever toured it. If he's giving you the full tour when he's taking you into the basement, that is bigger than most breweries in Ontario alone. And then to have to get bigger because, he just is too big to just brew his normal beers at the Collective Arts building is amazing too, because Collective Arts, they split the money on the building when they bought the building at the old Lakeport facility, but he was the one that bought the fucking old Sleeman equipment, and that equipment is pretty fucking big too. So if he's grown so much that he needs to move out of there as well and start new, he's gotten huge.
Okay, well, good luck. That's all I can say about it. Is good luck. Good luck with your tourist destination. Hopefully, it's better than Niagara Brewing, which sucks ass.
Now,
they make awesome products.
Do they? Since when?
Well, since you can mix them with better beers and make even better beers, right, Joe?
That doesn't really count.
Greg, I hope you just fuck off right now, please. Just fuck right off.
You know what? Let's just take a fucking an expensive fucking barley wine and mix it with some fucking cream ale.
Oh
That'd be a
yeah, is that
great idea. Can we?
Firestone? Is that Firestone Walker's barrel aged quad? This cream ale will go beautifully with it.
Stupid.
Anyway,
You're so stupid.
according to regional documents obtained by the Standard, Nickelbrook says it will invest $12 to $16 million in the brewery, but the land sale under consideration may violate the Municipality Act. Confidential regional reports authorized by the regional director of economic development recommending the sale to Nickelbrook says the brewery has offered to buy nearly 11 acres of land on Lakeshore Road in St. Catharines. Currently, a well-maintained peach orchard for $1 million, or around $93,000 an acre. However,
that's on the other. That's on the other side of the canal. That's more of a fucking Niagara Lake area.
A market value assessment of the land said it is worth more than $130,000 an acre. So the market value of the land would be over $1.4 million.
When did they say they were going to open this brewery? Did they say, or are they just announcing that they're going to be?
They're just announcing. Well, they don't even have the land yet, so they can't say when they're going to open it.
All right, so 5 years from now,
they're hoping for end of 2018, beginning of 2019.
So yeah, a year from now. I mean, that just gives you more time to enjoy all of Niagara Brewing Company's great offerings.
I live in Niagara Falls, and I've been inside Niagara Brewing Company twice, once for a work function and once to see what I thought of it. And I sent some of the beers to Lee because I thought, hey, if I have to suffer these, Lee should suffer them too.
Thanks, buddy.
I think that's all on you, all of it encompassing, right on you. Not good.
And the goddamn, I think the best beer out of all of them was just mediocre. Like all their stuff was just bad.
Which one are we talking about? Niagara Falls Brewery?
Like,
yeah.
The Black Lager is probably their best one, I think, in my opinion.
We can poke fun, and we have at a lot of different breweries, giving them shit, jabs here and there. But seriously, that company, that brewery, is terrible.
Well, that brewery
is busy as fuck too. That's the problem.
Greg brought 4 full growlers.
I'm gonna write what I actually
one of them was
over in the comment section here for you guys because it's not.
They weren't full growlers; they were half growlers, Joe.
Anyway,
that's full enough for me. From that, they're gross, and it was like $60-something too.
Chad, what were you saying? Go ahead.
He was gonna try to read comments, but he's struggling.
If somebody else can read comments right now. I know I said I was posting over for you guys in our comment section what is going on.
I can't read that shit.
That's fine.
Now.
You don't have to read that shit. But just to go, I can't say that out loud though.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Does it have something to do with a place of employment?
It has something to do with the man that owns the brewery.
Oh, okay. That guy?
Yeah,
that guy. Okay. Say no more.
All right. Anyway, have you read any comments?
Not since I got down to Ryan saying that there's a French-English sign on the Castleman City town thing.
Who said that?
Ryan.
Okay. Drunken One says, "How about their link?" I know nothing of a link. Malted Montreal says he's still drinking the Laborial Stout. But isn't that the one he was talking? The Laborial Stout. Is that I imagine that's a Quebec brewery. They're from a Quebec brewery.
Yeah.
Did you say Oreo Stout? Because it sounded like you said Oreo. Because you know what? Somebody should fucking make an Oreo Stout now.
If there was an Oreo Stout.
God damn.
No. You know what?
Damn.
There was an Oreo Stout made by a very popular brewery in the Vale, I believe, in Virginia.
Did you try it?
No, but there was condition on a shit ton of Oreos. Apparently, I think it was I want to say it was a stout. I'll look it up in a couple minutes. But yeah, it was well received. Ryan says AJ Rurbon Brewing in Cornwall, Ontario has a Russian Imperial Stout aging in bourbon barrels. It's supposed to be ready for winter release at an estimated 10% alcohol by volume. IMBDJ says thing in the review about Nickelbrook.
Okay.
Donkey Donk 127 says happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
BDJ says exclusive Nickelbrook Eyes Niagara for new brewery, which we've already covered. So again, these are what we were talking about most likely. Drunken One continues with, "Hey Joe, shoot me that Linkaroo." Malted in Montreal says, "I'll be interviewing Anthony Willis on Friday."
I don't know who that is.
I don't know if he elaborates. We'll see. IMBDJ says, "Lakeshore Road in Niagara on the Lake." Malted Montreal continues. He's so excited to interview Anthony Wills. Beercore Droid says, "Reinhardt and Shacklands is worth it. Junction is probably not." Understatement. He says, "The area will make you broke if you ass." Okay.
Broke.
I think he's meant broke. If you ass. He says, "If you ass." ASS.
Ask.
Halo, Bloodrose, Bellwoods, Folly, Murdoch.
Someone's got their autocorrect on the wrong word.
Yeah, we get what he means, though. We get what he means. Malted Montreal jumps on the bad wagon and says, "Rhino, send me a link, bro." Rhino chimes in with something here, whatever. Then he said "ad," not "ass." So Beer Core Droid explaining what he meant.
Fair enough.
Drunken One says he's not paying attention. Is that me? Chad? 1 and 2. Malted in Montreal says "LOL." Drunken One says "Average Joe" in all caps. Link, please.
Average Joe.
Joe, give me that link, motherfucker.
Ryan says Eastern Ontario is blowing up with breweries. There's
I'm
Castle,
Mr. Meeseeks,
Bose,
look at me.
Rubon, Toot de Bro, and something else. I'm not good at French, so I'm just going to pass it. But there's a lot of Eastern Ontario breweries that are blowing up. And Chad, of course, plays the "I never get any of them, though, Ryan." And Ryan's like, "Is that a subtle hint for me to send you some, LOL?" Yes, it is.
Yeah, for sure.
IMBDJ says near Snoop's greenhouse. Talk about the marijuana. Jace Westcott, first appropriate comment of the night.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Exactly. Rest in peace, sir.
IMBDJ says I drove past Bench and it's huge now. Donkey Donk 127 continues with "Where are all the fall beers?" which I believe is what Chris was a chat earlier mentioning that there is basically no pumpkin beers in the LCBO yet.
I don't think. Hey, listen, man.
I think they're going. I think they're going all Oktoberfest right now.
The summer isn't technically over yet, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Leanne. I think they are aiming at Oktoberfest themed beers right now, and then they're going to jump into the pumpkins. We're going to be fucking bombarded with them here. I don't know. Joe's got a whole bunch probably on the fucking stage right now, but yeah, I figured.
There's a lot. Drunken One continues with "Rhino, let me in." I imagine that's how he's saying it.
Wow.
IMBDJ says Donkey Donk. I got Great Lakes Brewing Company pumpkin in the fridge. And then he continues with "It's bad when the Radler is one of the better ones."
Here's my
He's talking about
impersonation
Niagara
of
Brewing Company specifically, by the way.
my impersonation of Drunken One right now. Here we go. Hey guys, send me the link.
Ryan says new spin-off brewery. Ellison Barrel House is a new branch on the Bose family tree. New World Brewing, patiently rooted in the old world traditions of mixed fermentation and aging in wood barrel sets. First I've heard of that. That's pretty cool.
Sexy.
Stepping up their game. I like it.
God
Jace Westcott says Lake of Bays, Night Watcher Oatmeal Stout, Bose Tom Green Cherry Milk Stout, and Mill Street Flemish Red Brett Sour were just listed. All sound pretty interesting, actually.
So I just sat down at the table, well, at the computer, put my headset on, and I'm like, what the fuck's wrong? Why can't I hear anybody? But one of my dogs fucking unplugged the headphones.
That's on you.
Blame the dog.
Also,
That's
Jace
on
Westcott,
the canines.
Scott West continues. Jace Westcott says regarding fall beers at the LCBO, which is what he said. Those three were just listed. IMBDJ says I got a recipe for an Oreo stout. Sweet. Ryan says take Mill Street Vanilla Porter, add in Oreo cookies. Done. Did try that. IMBDJ says uses the recipe he has for the Oreo stout uses chocolate malts, lactose, and 5 pounds of Oreo crumbs in secondary. Sign me up. Like right now, just sign me up. That sounds...
I'm in. Just send them to me right now.
Ryan says that sounds yummy. Yes, it does. And IMB DJ continues with, I have chocolate raspberry milk stout in bottling. That actually sounds good too. And our friend Peter, the clueless drinker, who never joins this because there's way too many albinos in here already for him,
We go
says,
snowblind.
yeah, anybody watch Intervention recently with the alcoholic from Manitoba?
Was it Chris Peters?
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
That was a thing. I would get back a cable subscription just to watch that.
I feel like Peter wouldn't
Okay,
lie to us.
I'm kind of. Somebody's got to Google that shit. Fucking find out if Intervention had an alcoholic on it from Manitoba, please. Because
So I'm going to
if he's a Slipknot fan,
and mix it in here.
oh boy.
Chris, we're really worried about you. You're buying all these green screens. You're buying all this editing software, and yet your YouTube videos are still absolute shit, and they get no views. You really have a problem, Chris. No, Mom, you don't understand. You're just trying to talk me down. You're negative.
I wish I could like or dislike the videos, because I would totally like all his videos. I totally would.
He thought wheat beers were bleached. Come on, you got a problem.
You just started drinking real
They're
bleach.
not?
So,
wait a minute, they're not?
yeah, what shall we talk about? We have 5 news stories here. Number 1, this one.
Whoa.
This one's for the guys over in Europe. This guy's for the guys over in Europe. Budweiser is expanding sales of its non-alcoholic beer.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's
Last year, Budweiser launched a non-alcoholic beer in Canada. Next year, they have plans to do it again in another country, the UK.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have any more Ontario beer news that isn't this news?
Congratulations, Peter. You get Budweiser Prohibition.
You know what pisses
You
me off
lucky
about
son of a bitch.
You know what pissed me off about this is that shit is actually sold in regular liquor stores. You're basically just taking up shelf space for something that could be, way better in that spot than that crap.
I mean, fuck. Why? You could just buy it at the fucking 7-Eleven. Why put it in the LCBO?
Fucking, I hate that.
Taquitos.
So stupid. Taquitos and Budweiser
right next to the
Prohibition.
taquitos.
There's diarrhea all over that. Literally.
If you guys live in Alberta, your government is wasting more of your tax dollars, because even though a tribunal sat there and said that your government has breached the wording of the Constitution with its craft beer program, it is now going to the Supreme Court with a fight to defend the constitutionality of its craft beer program, saying that other provinces give their craft breweries discounts and stuff, tax rebates, which is true. Ontario gives a tax rebate to craft breweries based on size, tiered by size and stuff. I'm sure a lot of other provinces do it. The difference between what they're doing and what Alberta's doing is they don't add an extra tax on top of other breweries coming out from other provinces into their province.
Yeah. I have no sympathy for the prairie provinces. Let's move on. They're all rich. Who gives a fuck?
What else do we have here? This was a nice one. I really liked this one. I do not want to get into some of the stuff on it, but I thought it was a fun thing. Malaysia blocks beer festival over vice fears. Malaysian authorities have pulled the plug on a popular October beer festival in the capital after a certain party warned it would turn the city into the biggest center of vice in Asia.
Oh, vice! Vice is terrible. All Asians know vice is terrible.
The Better Beer Festival on October 6th and 7th would have been Malaysia's largest craft beer festival, featuring 250 beers from 43 countries worldwide. It was expected to attract 6,000 visitors. That's not a lot of visitors.
What the fuck? Yeah,
I attract fucking 1,500 visitors to mine.
Are those the privileged citizens who are let out of their cages from their totalitarian governments, or what's going on here? Let's face it. It's like we're clamping down on this because this might have people actually have fun and actually start questioning their shitty governments.
Mm-hmm.
Then we might have to run people over with tanks or some shit, We might have to have a repeat of fucking some very nasty shit. You can take your country back, people. There's so much more of you than your government. Just saying.
So there is another story about beer in hockey, because Lee loves hockey so much, which brings me back to the fact that Big Rig Brewing Company, which is owned by Chris Phillips, still has done nothing with the Ottawa Senators. Anyway, the Lightning will celebrate their 25th year with a special craft beer. Big Storm Brewing will be brewing this. Big Storm Brewing Company, an independent craft beer company, is releasing the Lightning 25, a special edition beer to celebrate the Tampa Bay Lightning's 25th anniversary. But the significance of 25 goes beyond just the number of years the franchise has existed. It was also the jersey number worn by Captain Dave Anderchuk, who helped lead the franchise to the Stanley Cup during the 2003-04 season. Speaking of Anderchuk, who will be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in November, he stopped by Big Storm to sample the new drink Friday.
And he spit it on the floor.
The brew will be available at Big Storm tap rooms and at the arena this season. Big Storm has also promised to donate a portion of the proceeds to Hurricane Irma relief.
Oh, well, aren't they great? I got nothing.
How about Labatt Breweries is going to invest $460 million to boost its growth.
What the fuck? They just have that money to throw around. That's great.
Yes. Labatt Breweries of Canada says it is investing $460 million between 2017 and 2020 to its operations to help boost growth. The maker of popular brands such as Labatt Blue, Budweiser, and Alexander Keys says the figures includes a $62.2 million toward brewing operations this year. Each of Labatt's 6 breweries has already received at least $19 million in the recent years, and $546 million worth of capital improvements between 2011 and 2016. The company says this investment in new technology and equipment should help to increase production of new and innovative products.
Oh my God!
Tastes develop and demand is rising for different kinds of beverages.
So we're gonna get. I'm predicting it now. At least here in Nova Scotia, we're gonna get at least 3 more failed, totally utterly failed Alexander Keys craft beer lines. That's what I see happening. I see a bunch of new branded shit that no one's gonna drink, and it's gonna slowly, just silently disappear.
That's probably a 110% accurate fucking description of what's going to happen.
And you're going to get like a lot of Labatt Radlers of some sort, probably, and just all kinds of other sort of bullshit.
So first and foremost, I'm going to read the next paragraph on this, which I hadn't actually gotten to the last paragraph because it was just saying their brands. And I'm at the last paragraph now, and it actually makes me laugh because whoever wrote this is obviously an idiot. And of course, it's the Star. But so
how many women did they kill? Never mind.
Labatt has been moving to buy up craft beers, including Shock Top. So first off, Shock Top was never a craft brewery; it was always an AB InBev thing, and Labatt never bought it. It was an AB InBev creation. So you're a fucking idiot. And the 2015 purchase of Toronto's Mill Street Brewery, its 6th acquisition of North American craft brewery since 2011. The company now operates 3 standalone craft brewers. You're no longer a craft brewer when you're owned by them. It's just you're still making beer that isn't bad, but you're no longer independent, which is the main thing for a craft brewery. But whatever.
And let's face it, the quality's gone down since you bought them.
Labatt announced a $350 million deal with the Mark Anthony Group to buy the Canadian rights to Mike's Hard Lemonade, Okanagan Cider, and ownership of the Turning Point Brewery in British Columbia, which brews Stanley Park beers, giving the company a bigger stake in both the growing pre-mixed drinks and cider markets.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm really excited, Chad. Just saying.
So stupid. That writer's so stupid. They're stupid.
I didn't actually read that he said that they bought Shock Top first off, and that it was Labatt that bought Shock Top, not AB InBev, and that Shock Top was a standalone craft brewer in the past. I didn't get to that part.
This stupid idiot didn't do his fucking research.
So stupid.
Let's see how my mix went.
He's so stupid.
And here comes the vomiting.
Oh no, that's amazing.
Well,
so basically, you're having Flying Monkeys.
I'm having a
Raspberry Uber?
coffee cake.
Oh, yeah, raspberry fucking.
Wait, what did you mix?
Yeah.
Guinness and the 12 Minutes to Destiny.
It probably wouldn't be bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Should have mixed it with the fucking Young's double chocolate.
The fucking.
Probably would have been better. Just saying.
Fucking used it.
Have quite a few comments.
Are you having some
Ready,
mixology
ready.
issues? Oh,
Read her out.
comment time.
I
wonder- wait. How many do we have from the drunken one? Just skimming down?
I don't know. I just see a bunch of them.
All right, let's go.
Ryan says, won't let me post a link to the website for Harleston Barrel House. They have a website with lots of info. One of the beers is 3.5% ABV table beer. Interesting.
Huh.
Jay says, you can't post links in this chat. Then Malta de Montreal continues with, all right, kids, have a good night.
All right,
gone by
later.
Night.
Jace Westcott says, have a good night, Malted. Die sends die.
Hey, go Sens go.
What?
Go Sens go.
Then I post the link for Halliston because I am a moderator and able to do so. Ryan thanked me. He also says Budweiser Prohibition wasn't horrible, but it's also 150 calories.
Yeah.
Where things like PC Red Brew is 60 calories, and it's a much better non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah. I also told everyone that you run the Hangout, not me, and if they want a link, they should ask for it to you specifically. And I also cannot post the links in the actual chat because bad things happen when that happens. So
yeah,
that does not happen. Jace Westcott also asks if Halliston, the Barrel House, Bose uses, and Ryan says must be. Sounds like they're releasing their own brands. The Drunken One says, tell him. I don't think he's seeing it.
Tell him.
So, Chad, I'm telling you right now, Drunken One, link to the chat, and it's on you. Clues Drinker, Peter, says, Intervention, Season 17, Episode 7. Get on it.
Oh, season 17. Wow,
Ryan says
17 seasons? Holy
yeah, it's a
fuck.
lot. I mean, that's a lot of seasons. They've been on for a long
fuck.
time. Definitely
Yeah,
since
no doubt.
2000.
I said no doubt like some other doctor. All right.
Indeed. But Ryan says Bose Oktoberfest, which is a tiny village halfway between Ottawa and Montreal, probably gets about 6,000 visitors. IMBDJ says Tampa has had a team for 25 years, talking about the Lightning. Murmur Dude says, no more government monopoly on beer, please, all capitalized because he's pissed.
But there's not really there's not a government monopoly on beer. There's an oligarchy.
There's just a regulation. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Lots of regulations, but not a monopoly.
Yeah. IMBDJ says, I feel old now. Jace Westcott says, wow, I knew about Bose Oktoberfest, but had no idea that many people visited.
Oh yeah,
Cheers.
it was the one.
Was it right on the highway?
The one beer festival that beat me out in the top beer festivals of the year vote last year on Mom and Hops.
They gotta be right on the fucking highway.
They are basically right off the highway. Yes.
No doubt. Oh, I said it again.
You mother. Peter says, what would you say is Canada's best Oktoberfest beer?
Oh, good question.
Wow.
I'm going to leave that for the rest of the panel.
I don't even know what fucking Oktoberfest
Think about it.
made
We'll
in Canada anymore.
we'll come back to it and think about it, though, if everyone can think. Ryan says, I don't know if it does, but it wouldn't surprise me if they get that many, talking about the 6,000 visitors. And then he says, best Oktoberfest. By Oktoberfest, are you talking Marzens only? Let's.
What? Yeah.
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 So that was a sentence of some sort, yeah.
IMBD.
He's asking basically if we're only talking about Marzens or if you can talk about any German-style beer.
Yeah. No, but that's
I mean,
when we're saying
talk about-
Oktoberfest, it's a Marzen.
Any German-style.
I would guess it's pretty much. I would guess it's pretty much anything that says Oktoberfest on the bottle
Or Marzen.
would probably be what we're talking about.
Marzen, to be honest.
Yeah, well, no, that's not a dumb question. Just I mean, when someone asks who the best Oktoberfest is, usually you're talking about Oktoberfest / Marzens. That's what most of the time.
If you go to an Oktoberfest, you're usually going to find some Pilsners. You might find some Goes.
Yeah.
You might find a wheat beer or two, a half.
It's not just Marzens, but when you're talking about the style itself, that's what we're talking about. IMBDJ says, question, who's the next to go mackerel? Next craft to go.
Oh fuck!
Actually, the way it's going and the size it is, maybe steam whistle.
They're pretty much a macro anyway. They suck.
Plus they're fucking steam whistle. No one cares.
Yeah, they suck.
Ryan says, I proudly haven't consumed any Mill Street products since they sold out. Tank House was amazing, but Flying Monkey's Optical Illusion tastes similar. And he says, next craft to go macro? I hope it isn't Bose. They're basically already borderline, like in terms of.
Steve made it. Steve ended up giving stock of the company to his employees, so it's going to be harder for him to go macro now if he ever wanted to.
He's just going to continue making shitty beers that taste like macros.
Burn.
Peter says, so he clarifies here, which kind of is nice of him, but he says, just any beers released for the Oktoberfest season. So technically, I guess you could include pumpkin beers because Oktoberfest season over here basically encompasses pumpkin beers at the same time. There isn't really a pumpkin beer release. It's mostly fall. Once Oktoberfest starts, basically, it's October Martins and basically pumpkin beers get released.
Yeah, but I agree. But I agree, and maybe a little bit disagree on this one. Only because pumpkin beers have their own fucking season, is basically what it
Not
is. And
really,
then
though.
Oktoberfest has its own season.
But not really
Like
in North America.
the-
They really don't.
No?
Like, it's Oktoberfest and pumpkin beers are released right around the same time, and that's why so many people get confused when people are. There's a lot of people. If you look at like a new beer tuber or someone just new into craft beer, a lot of times you'll see them drinking Oktoberfest or Marston's be like, I don't taste any pumpkin in this because they're confused that Oktoberfest is basically the same time that pumpkin beers are released, at least in the U.S. I can't speak for Canada or anywhere else, but I know here, once you see Oktoberfest, you see pumpkin beers.
And this is why people that are new to the craft world, such as myself, when I want to try pumpkin beer, if it doesn't say pumpkin beer on it, or if I don't do a little bit of research, because we all have the Googles, we can fucking look and see if it's an actual fucking pumpkin beer, then that's what we're doing, right? I mean, if it's not, if it says Oktoberfest, then we're going to look it up.
You could be like Dehan and just be like, here's our pumpkin ale, but with pumpkin spices and no pumpkin.
Yeah, or maybe there might be some potato in there. I mean,
somebody actually gave me a can of hand pumpkin yesterday. They brought it back from PEI thinking I hadn't had it before, which I have.
Does it have pumpkin in it yet?
It actually says on the side of the can that it's made with pumpkin spice. Nowhere does it actually mention it's
made a bunch of pieces of trash.
Oh, it sounds like Big Rig to me. Sounds like Big Rig.
I am
false advertising to say your beer is a pumpkin ale when it doesn't contain any fucking pumpkin.
I totally agree with you, Nick, but I'm gonna have to ask you to settle down.
You know what? I'm gonna have a pumpkin. I'm gonna go to Starbucks, have a pumpkin spice latte, and have no pumpkin in it because that's basically what you're fucking drinking. Because there's no pumpkin in a fucking latte.
I wouldn't be mad if it said pumpkin spiced beer, but it's not it doesn't have any pumpkin in it.
Yeah, fucking wordplay is stupid.
Let me finish up these comments so we can get to the next awesome news stories that we can't wait. All right, anyway, I am BDJ says at Ryan. He says Collective Arts. I'd imagine he says is the next place to go.
And I don't see Collective Arts selling anytime real soon either. But I mean, they would be primed to do it. But at the same time, I don't think they will because their entire mythos is to work with independent artists.
Yeah, that kind of fuck up their entire business plan. It seems like that doesn't make much sense. Jace Westcott says at Ryan Mill Street Red and Sign, raspberry wit beer is really nice. Still at the LCBO. Have you guys try that? The raspberry wit beer from Mill Street?
Basically, I bought 2 Mill Street mix packs since they were bought out because they had beers I hadn't tried yet, and they're the normal price. But all the things like the Red Ensign and all that, they've been putting them out in 650 and 750 milliliter bottles and selling them for $11. I'm not giving Labatt $11 of my money.
Certainly not for a raspberry beer. Ryan says Bo's Farm Table Martzen is really good. Muskoka Harvest Ale is his personal favorite. Goes great with ham and potatoes. I think.
Oh, now I'm getting hungry.
Chad says he sent 2 links. And it shows up on his cell phone even. I believe that's that Drunken One. So Drunken One, check your
attention.
Check your shit.
Wait, hold on. Send me those links. Oh, you did?
I am BDJ says his next beer he's drinking is Great Lakes Brewing Company's Late Summer Stout with raspberries.
I love you, Drunken One.
Yeah. Jace Westcott says a bunch of people have complained about this year's Muskoka Harvest Ale.
Fair enough. I haven't had it yet.
Jamie, who's for some reason not here, even though we're fine with him jumping in and not talking, says Waterloo has a new Oktoberfest that I will have to try soon.
Waterloo.
Malcolm Rob says, yes, I like Ryan's comment. I would like to try some more beers from Muskoka. Okay, any thoughts on the Harvest Ale from Muskoka? Cheers.
There you go.
I have not had the Harvest Ale from Muskoka this year.
Nope.
Okay. Anyone else? No one else? All right. Malcolm Robb says, same. I have not bothered with Mill Street since the sellout. Agreed. I think he's talking to Ryan. Yeah. Peter, who keeps on commenting, he should join. Peter, join. If you just want to join, we can link you up because you're on Facebook, and I can send you it and get on here, and we can have the power of all the albinos.
Says, and you live in Britain, and you're not doing anything else.
Yeah, what are you doing aside from eating food and drinking?
and you're not sick as a pig.
No, you're not. You're not Craig. Shout out to Craig. He says, quite a few of the German brewed Oktoberfest beers have been golden and only slightly more maltose than a Helles. So inferiorly brewed, it seems, which we get a lot of the Oktoberfest beers over here from them. And we're like, and I think Lee said it before, and I know Chad has, about like how they dumb it down for the Americans, or it's not true representation. Maybe it is. Maybe they're starting to shit the bed a little bit over there. Who knows? You know,
well, no, they've been dumbing it down in Germany for years anyway.
Well, that's unfortunate because the thing is I don't really care for the style, but when you get a good one within the style, it's pretty tasty. Pretty tasty.
Yeah, like a good alt beer.
I mean, yeah, honestly, it's craft breweries that have brought the more authentic return to the style than anything else.
No. Malcolm Robb says, "What is an Oktoberfest beer?"
Well, again, it matters if you're talking about a Marzen, which is the beer is made.
I think that's what he's talking. He's talking about.
That's a fair question. It's a fair question.
So a Marzen would be brewed in March and then lagered all the way until Oktoberfest, and it would just be a slightly darker lager, basically, with a little more malty flavor and a little bit of roastiness.
Yep.
About as simple of an explanation you can give. Right on. Ryan says Muskoka, in my opinion, hasn't made a bad beer. Mad Tom and Twice as Mad Tom are really good. I like their cream ale and their summer vice too.
I think their
Winter beer was overrated.
Was not nearly as good as it could have been.
Doesn't matter. It's all his taste, and his taste, he likes it. That's fine.
I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying that personally, I think things like the Chinook Stout could have been much better than they were.
The thing about Muskoka, though, they also don't seem to make like amazing beer. I think the best beer I've had from them is Winter Jack, which was like a brewery-only release in the middle of nowhere. And outside of that,
they had the best beer from them. Yeah, was Winter Jack, but they did the bourbon barrel-aged Winter Jack. I sent a bottle of that to Lee, I believe.
Well, that's what it is. That was Winter Jack's bourbon barrel-aged. Winter Jack is just the bourbon barrel-aged version of the Right Double Cranberry chocolate stout. Right?
That was great.
I thought the
Winter Jack was amazing.
Winter Beard was kind of boring and detour tasting. Winter Beard, the regular one.
Oh yeah,
Winter Beard was overpaced.
No, the Winter Beard was overpriced. Really good the first year they put it out, but what they did was they didn't put the whole batch out. They held some back. So the next year they put out a vintage release. Of
yeah, that's right.
Which was the stuff they held back, but they doubled the price on it.
Yeah, I had it. I wasn't a fan.
I don't think Winter Beard personally is a bad beer. I just think it hypes you up for when you hear double chocolate cranberry stout and you know it's imperial, you're thinking,
you're right,
this is going to be awesome. And then you get into it, you're like, wow, this is super subtle. It's good, but it's like, it's $13 a bottle, and what am I doing? Like, this is not.
Yeah.
I remember the first time
You're 100% right, Daryl, on that one.
I remember the first time I had Black Oak. I remember the first time I had Black Oak's double chocolate cherry stout. It was at the Toronto Festival of Beer. And it was one of the beers I had circled that I had to try because TFOB would give you like the list of all the beers so you could decide which breweries you were going to and all that. And I'm like, I have to go and try this beer. And I tried it. I'm like, no. What do you do when you took an entire hour drive and you were just hyping this beer up in your head and then you drank and you're like, fuck, this is boring.
That happens for the lot of beer when you've drank as much as we all have and tried so much different stuff. So many times things sound amazing, and then you get in there and you're disappointed, probably more often than not. do things actually live up to the own hype you have in your own mind. It's not even like hype perceived from everyone else, but just yourself. When I see something that just sounds amazing to me, I get psyched up, and when it's a disappointment, I get really down on it. So,
well, I'll take for example this fucking Young's double chocolate right here. Okay,
sounds amazing.
I mean, it sounds like it's going to be all chocolate, but it's not. There's a little bit of chocolate in there, I'll give it that, but it's not double chocolate, that's for sure. Not even fucking half a single chocolate.
Yep. I agree. And also we'll continue more comments, because as we continue to discuss stuff, more comments come in, so I apologize.
That's perfect.
I am
the whole idea.
DJ says, can't even season. I don't know. That's certainly.
Are we talking about chicken?
I don't. It was something that we were talking about probably like 20 minutes ago. So
that would probably be whether or not pumpkin beers and Oktoberfest are the same season.
Okay. Well, they basically are. I mean, in the States, when those are released, they're usually the same time. Actually, I would even say pumpkin's more before Oktoberfest, because a lot get released now in July and August, and most Oktoberfest don't start showing up until middle of August, late August.
Except for in Niagara region, because fucking we've had one chocolate, not one chocolate, but one pumpkin beer released.
You should be happy. It should be released until next month. Should be released the next month.
It shouldn't be.
October.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because I went to the grocery store and they have all their pumpkins out in front, fucking ready for sale too. It's like fucking what, September 20th?
That was happening in August here. Right? You were ahead of the curve because America, right? Fuck.
America.
Chad said a couple things, but I won't mention them because these people can see them. Ryan says, try the Muskoka Kirby's Kolsch. Think lug chug, but not as strong, with a touch of peach flavor. Yummy. Anyone here have the Kirby's Kolsch?
Yeah, it's not a bad beer.
It's all right. I still like both better, I think.
Jamie says, I would put Oktoberfest beers and pumpkin beers in different categories. Yes. I mean, if you're talking about categories or styles, yes. But you're talking about when they're released, pretty much the same time.
You think that pumpkins would be grown in a fucking maybe November? Then fucking we can have two different seasons of their shit, but no.
All the places use fucking canned pumpkins, because why not? IMBDJ says, the girlfriend is all about pumpkin everything.
I feel sorry for you.
White girl problems. Thank you.
Jace, look at the assumptions. Jace Westcott says, I enjoy Winterweiss and Kirby's Kolsch. Jamie says, because I'm stupid, but not really stupid, is what he was talking about, Oktoberfest beers and pumpkin beers. Ryan says, wait until the winter and try Muskoka's winter beer, double chocolate cranberry stout, 8% ABV, which is probably mentioned before we mentioned it, so we spoken our piece on it. Massive Beer Reviews, Matt says, nope, nothing. I don't. Again,
on which part exactly? What the fuck are you talking about, Matt?
Yeah.
I assume you must have been sent a link and it never appeared.
Oh, okay. Jace Westcott says, I tried Muskoka Winter Beer 2016 and did not like it.
Good call.
Ryan says, the guy on the Winter Beer box looks like a Rhino with a toque. Is that you, Rhino, with the toque guy?
Yeah, that's me.
Jace Westcott says, I want to try Winter Beer or Winter Jack and their other specialty beers.
Draw me like one of your French girls. That's what Chad said.
And that also brings up a very disturbing visual.
Yes, it is.
Help. Continuing on. Ryan says, all this German talk is making me thirsty. Next beer is a Hefeweizen from Smith Havens Brewery in Peterborough, Ontario.
I'm glad it's making you thirsty and not making you want to invade Poland. That's very good.
Yeah, stay away.
Because you could easily invade. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. No, I was going to talk about Chris's ass.
Yeah, we're going to move on to comments because no one wants to talk about Chris's ass. DJ says, I'm racking a GLB winter ale from last year to see what's a better aged 2016 or 17. Jace Westcott says, Albino Rhino Omnipolo Proto-Romus. Imperial Graham Cracker Chocolate Chunk Caramel Bar Stout is hitting LCBO late November with Great Divide Yeti. Oh, you guys are getting Yeti and that amazing sounding beer from Omnipolo.
Yeah, I got a semi, thank you.
My question with the Omnipolo one, because we have a lot of Omnipolo that has hit the LCBO recently. well, the LCBO's ordering site is it coming through the LCBO or is it coming through Keep 6, where I'd have to order a 2-4 of it at $12 a can?
Order that 2-4 and just resell it because that sounds amazing. Then Omnipolo Stouts, like I had their pecan mud cake stout.
just sell it.
Fantastic. It was yes. Just I buy it all. It's so amazing. But yeah, I'd imagine that sounds pretty good. I mean, it sounds good, right? Graham cracker chocolate chunk caramel bar stout. I mean, what the fuck?
That sounds like I should be doing bad things to it.
Yep. IMBDJ says Omnipolo. Like home. Peter, once again, I will rag on him because he's not in this chat showing his beautiful, lovely face and talking about all the great Oktoberfest that are in Germany where you are not currently. But he says, had Dogtoberfest from Flying Dog, had the malt, but all that spice. Is it spiced Oktoberfest? I mean, I don't think it is. I seem like most U.S. and North American breweries will make Oktoberfest in the correct style and not just throw spices in it. I've not had Oktoberfest, so I don't know. I'd imagine, though, it's true to style. Maybe your palate's just stupid, Peter. I know mine is. Basement Beer, Jamie says, where is Winter is Coming to talk about Muskoka breweries? Winter is Coming hasn't been fucking seen in action since he shaved off his beard and planted it on my face.
Yeah, he lost his manhood.
Yeah.
Man card revoked.
About 6 months ago, he's like, I'm totally going to come back to BeerTube like he was me circa 2012. And guess what? Didn't happen.
So he is you circa 2012 BeerTube.
Pretty much at this point, right
now as well.
Yeah, well, right now. Like, yeah, from 2012 to now. 5 years going.
Except for he doesn't have the beard anymore.
Well, that's right. He sent me his beard. It was in a bag, and I just put it on my face.
He's you, but naked.
I'm rock hard.
Oh, that's fucking sexy shit, right?
Peter
there.
says
Right.
almost a basic bitch moment.
Okay.
Oh, that might have been the she loves all the old pumpkin right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good beat. Ryan says Rhino. I specified you because I'm reading the comments. I love it though, Ryan. He says, I visited Smith Haven a few weeks ago when I was visiting on vacation. The brewer is a Niagara College graduate. They need to make their Schwarzbier year-round. They charge $9 a bottle for it.
No, the Smith Haven actually charges a fair price for their beers, and their beers are actually pretty solid.
That's one thing they have on certain individuals like Silversmith. And Jamie says, hashtag RIP, winter is coming. Hashtag winter is missing. He also goes, Guy is Googling Kate Winslet couch drawings.
It's true. And going back on the winter is coming thing, ask Chris Peters where he is.
Yeah,
right.
Lee also continues with casting couch drawings, which I enjoy. Good follow-up. Ryan says, my grandfather lived in Poland during World War II. He was a German POW. After the war, he got the fuck out of Europe and came to Canada. He celebrated his 95th birthday on July 15th. Awesome. Birthday belated. That's great. That's a great story. Jace Westcott says, New Holland Dragon Milk Stout hitting LCBO mid-October. Fantastic beer.
That's a good beer, yeah.
It is a good beer, and I'm glad that they keep bringing it back.
Anyone knows price?
It's usually in the bigger bottles. I don't know if it's coming in the bigger bottles again or not, but it's usually about $8.50 a bottle usually.
Is that going to be a bomber or is that going to be a 12 ounce?
Yeah, it was a bomber when we got it last.
Oh, that's crazy great. That's a great price. Darren Noof says, I'm here with Mr. Angus Wangus throwing back Muskoka Cream Ale. Fuck yeah.
All right.
Oh, Angus Wangus in the hazy.
No, this guy's here with Mr. Angus Wangus. So they're both here. They're both here.
I know, that's crazy.
Ryan says, draw me one of your French girls. Sounds like a Bose knockoff for Cronenberg 1664.
Don't give them ideas, Ryan, please.
We'll ignore Chad's comment. Darren Noof says he's getting funky. Is he talking about Mr. Angus Wangus?
Yeah, Rhino decided to go fucking racist.
Winslet.
Yeah. Murmur Dude says
about how he always is drinking the St. Ambrose oatmeal stout.
Mimir Dude.
He calls his girlfriend.
Mimir Dude.
Oh.
He says, do you think beer will ever be cheaper in our country? How does LCBO/beer store justify such high prices?
See, this is the thing, right? Everybody's like, well, beer being cheaper in the country. No, the only reason to go privatize shops isn't to make beer cheaper. It's to give you more selection, to give you the ability to get anything you really want. Beer will always be expensive in Canada because you have OHIP, you have OSAP, you have welfare. That's how they fund all this stuff. That's why our income taxes aren't as high as they could be. We do have high income tax, but not as high as some countries that have a lot of socialized programs. But we're paying for things through the sin tax.
And I also want to point out that your beer isn't much more expensive. It's actually on par when we're talking about craft beer with the States.
Craft beer, craft beer
it's
is
very similar.
And actually, a lot of American craft beers that come to Canada are cheaper in Canada than in the U.S.
I also wanted to point out that Lee moved to Toronto and had somebody just race by his house.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, prices are never going to go down. They're always going to go up.
Now, the only thing that we get destroyed on in price is macro beers. Where we pay $44.95 for a 2-4, you'll get that same 2-4 in mattering the state between $15 and $30.
Even when we get imported stuff from you guys from like Moosehead and whatnot, it's like I paid a $1.69 on my bottle, and like it was $7.99 a 6-pack for Moosehead in the States, where it's probably almost double the amount.
$46.95 for a 2-4.
Yeah, and here it's probably honestly in the $30 range. You know what I mean?
I bought a 2-4 of cans in the U.S. for $17.
There you go.
Joe, you make me sick.
I have nothing to do with it. All right, so
damn you in America.
I'm gonna need
you're
you
America.
Also take off that hat because they're an embarrassment to everybody.
No, they're making the playoffs in 5 years.
Yeah, well, it sounds about like Sabres. Jace Westcott says, funky like a monkey, baby.
Like a monkey, baby.
Funky like a monkey, daddy.
Jace also is giving us the price of the bombers there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got it. Peter, again, fuck you, Peter. Join the chat, you piece of shit. I can link you. Tell me to link you. Please let me link you. He says, no, me with the Dogtoberfest legit had pumpkin spice flavors. Did you try any kind of like pickle palate cleansing beforehand? Feel like it went wrong somewhere. Dill pickles? Yeah, probably maybe a little garlic in there. Nah, you know what? Just chug like a bottle of hot sauce. You're good to go.
What you should do is just pour the fucking pickle juice in the beer.
Yeah. Well,
there's nothing can go wrong there.
That was actually a thing. Like,
we talked about that a few weeks back. That's actually a thing.
Yeah,
they do it with Miller products.
So stupid.
Jace Westcott, 650 milliliter bottle, $8.95 Canadian, 11% ABV. Yeah, the New Holland's Dragon Milk. Yep, that's a great price. Ryan says, I once made a beer float with St. Ambrose oatmeal stout, poured a bottle into an English pint, topped it with a scoop of chocolate ice cream. Surprisingly good. A lot of people like doing that with stouts. Although they usually use vanilla ice cream instead of chocolate, but use whatever the fuck you want.
Use whatever fucking ice cream you want, and now I want ice cream.
Darren Newf says, Rhino, we also OV, I believe they mean we also have OV, and optical illusion, thus the funkiness. All right, Jace Westcott, is Lee getting a trailer? Is he going full trailer park boy?
Oh yeah,
like I told
somebody.
Chris, I'm building myself a gravel igloo, motherfucker, and that's where I'm sleeping now. I mean, my house is destroyed. It's terrible.
All Canadians have igloos, right? That's basically what it comes down to.
That's right. I mean,
did you maybe did you try digging down about 10 feet and putting some fucking cement down there and fucking make yourself a little hideaway down there?
I'm poor and destitute, Chris. I can't afford to do stuff like that. I'm a bum. You saw what my house looked like. I'm a bum.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You and your goddamn comic books in the background.
You're siphoning Wi-Fi. I mean,
my house is destroyed.
Siphoning the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
it's so
still
good.
here.
Wi-Fi.
I don't know what to say. This is not the Lee you are accustomed to. This is a Lee from an alternate reality whose house was not destroyed.
Oh my God.
He's not even real.
A different dimension. Did you fucking use the portal gun?
That's right. Damn
right.
Stick some fucking memory tubes into my helmet.
Indeed, my friend. Indeed.
IMBDJ says he goes over to New York all the time, and craft is the same as here price-wise. Yes, it is. It's very similar. Ryan says American craft beer is classified as import in Canada. Sam Adams Boston Lager and Sierra Nevada Pale Ale are $13.99 for a 6-pack of 355 milliliter bottles. Member Dude says, thanks for the explanation as to why the beer prices are what they are. I needed to educate myself, LOL. Kate Winslet is a door hog. She basically murdered Jack that night in the water. At least he saw her boobs and they steamed up that car.
Yeah. So, you know.
Oh my God, Jack, there's so much room on this door. But you just go ahead and die in the water. That's fine.
See, if it was any guy other than Leo DiCaprio, I'd kind of feel bad. But otherwise, he's just a rat-faced little fuck anyway. So he should just become a popsicle and wait, Caitlin's it lived. Good.
Ryan says all this craft beer is going to cause liver cirrhosis. Those beer taxes mean I can see a doctor for free. The circle of government money.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. IMBDJ says some even more like McKellar, $5 to $7 a tall can. And he also says, I hear you at Rhino.
He's talking about OV being his macro of choice.
Okay. I didn't read that because no one cares. Jamie says, old Kate Winslet said, fuck yo, lock it. She threw Heart of the Ocean back in the ocean.
Yeah. Cold bitch.
And then Chad with a couple, well, yes, Ryan, but we get pumpkin and such for the same price again as the guys in the U.S. pay in USD, U.S. dollars. We actually pay less on some, even with the import taxes. Point Rhino. And this says, and Belgian beers here are about half the price here compared to New York, which is correct. Like Rochefort, 10, for example, is like $3 something there, and it's almost $7, $6 to $7 a bottle here. So it's a lot of differences.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
We've caught up on comments.
We've caught up on comments for the first time tonight. This was actually a good little chat with the viewers.
Good. Keep the comments coming, man.
One more.
It's awesome.
Ryan says, true. I grabbed the bottle of Chimay Blue a couple winters ago for I think $4.95 at the LCBO. Kept the bottle of super.
Chimay.
Which is one that we will have to anal Weiss's. Oh, yeah,
Was it? I can't get it anymore. I can't get it.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, you said that. Somebody sent it to you. But yeah, Ryan, what was the size of the bottle? Curious.
$4.95 would probably have been the stubby. The stubby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chimay is more expensive than most of them for some reason. Like Duchess is only like $3.50. What else is there? The Trappist Rochefort ones. None of them are over $4.50. This
he
guy
said $3.30 mil.
Yeah, the little stubbies. This guy here, the Grand Cru from Rodenbach.
Is that the Grand Cru? Is that the Taku?
This is the Grand Cru from Rodenbach.
Rodenbach's good shit.
But this was under $4 a bottle.
I'm gonna have this Duchess de Bourgogne.
Well, it's not that. I don't think anyone's going to see this just because I'd never heard of the fucking place. But this double oatmeal stout.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Fucking really good. Very subtle though, like subtle everything. Subtle barrel character, subtle stout. But you got all the flavors. It's just like dialed back, maybe like 20-30% that I would have preferred. But it's really tasty. If it was more intense, it would have been amazing. But it's good as is. I've never heard of the brewery, so maybe I'll actually see if they have anything if I'm ever around Wisconsin or I know where they distribute. But pretty good.
Yeah, Ryan confirms it was a $3.30 for Chimay.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Malcolm Robb says, okay, something that has been bugging me. What is going on with Broken Stick? Are they selling out?
That's on Chad.
More correctly, before you answer that, though, more correctly, Chad, and your plea to IMBDJ, it's the coffee press pumpkin and the rum
coffee press. Okay.
Coffee pressed and rum barrel aged are the two that are out that you really would want.
Anyway, I've only ever had Broken Stick beers once, and it was when my ex-wife drove me, Dale, and Guy around Ottawa, and we did like 15 beer umentaries in a day. And I was rather drunk by the time we got there, but at the same time, I didn't care for the guy at all. He just rubbed me the wrong way. I actually didn't care to listen to him. He bothered me. He didn't know anything really about brewing. He was just a guy that had money and bought an old system and was trying to find somebody to brew his beer better for him, is what he was talking about. So I don't know anything about them really. I tried a sip of the 3 beers he had, and I didn't like any of them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I half-assed my interview, and
he's admitting it now. He half-assed the interview.
It's a fake.
You know, it's one of those things where, you know, I kind of had burnout by the time we got to him anyway. He was our very last guy.
Yeah, but
as soon as I realized I didn't like him,
yeah,
it was like, I don't care to give you anything.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Once you rub someone the wrong way and, you know, you're there and spending a lot of time, it's like, why put effort if I don't really even care to be in his presence or her presence? So, I mean, I get it. And that's the simple fact, though, of, number one, math, but more often than not, in any business, in any hobby or whatever, you're going to run into people you don't like, and just goes to show you. I mean, how many beerumentaries have you done, period? Is it 30, 25, 30, 40?
Close to 40 now, I believe.
Okay.
And you know which ones are the best ones that are edited, right? I'm just saying.
Certainly not from the basement. They were terrible, too long.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I really like grainy, like 360p. It's fantastic. no, but I was gonna. This was for you, Chad, though. But you said around 40. How many have rubbed you the wrong way or that you didn't care for?
Maybe 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, so there you go. You're still gonna run into places that you already know from the get-go. It's like, not for me.
Yeah, like Bayside. I can remember them too. Bayside, Railway City, and Broken Stick.
Yeah. They rubbed your stick the wrong way.
Yeah, he broke my stick, man.
Whoa, that's way too personal.
Rough.
Way too personal.
But true.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine the reaction Nick just had.
Not going there.
Anything that's not vertical disturbs him.
I don't know. I just don't like anything coming close to my penis. You know,
that's on you.
I like a lot of things coming close to my penis. Usually,
that's on him.
Yeah, they are on me at the time. Usually,
sitting right on your lap or your face.
I can't believe I just said that online.
Yeah, I can.
It's true.
So let's see here. Dude said, "Am I sadistic for almost exclusively drinking Brava 5.5 for the past few months?" Yeah, is that even a question? That's more of a redundant question, really. I'm a cheap fuck, and I think it has a good drunk to money ratio since it's 10.30 a six. No, 10.30 a 6-pack. No,
because I mean, if you're buying that by every time you buy 4 of those, you're already paying $6 more than the cheapest beers in Ontario, and some of them are better than Brava taste-wise, in my opinion, at least. But I mean, if you're just looking for a drunk, even then, just go out and buy Crest Super at 10% for what, $3 a can? Drunk faster.
Yeah. Ryan says, I had the Unibrew Grand Reserve 17 last fall. I think it was $10.95 for a corked and caged 750 milliliter bottle. Fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah, that's a great beer. It just consistently delivers every year.
You get that every year?
I don't get it every year, sadly, but when I do get it, I've never been disappointed.
I wish I could get it every year.
Yeah. Basement Beer Review says, Chad, where did you get the Rodenbach Grand Cru?
I answered him already.
Oh, did you? Okay.
It's an LCBO purchase, Jamie. We have them at the LCBO
person now.
Here, but I ordered them online. But they are here in Niagara Falls, too.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
What's going on?
Jace Westcott says, I have a 2016 Grand Reserve 17 in my cellar. Awesome.
I've got a 2012 and a 2013 bottle of 17 in the cellar.
Nice.
No idea if they're still good, but
Ryan drank a 2015, and that was Christmas Eve 2016, and he said that was really good stuff. Did you see? Yeah, okay, Rhino saw that. Malcolm Robbs is going on about Broken Stick and saying Guy might know more about Broken Stick. Jace Westcott says he'd rather spend $25 on 8 or 9 cans of Black Oak Nut Brown than spend $35 on 24 crappy beers. I am MB. DJ says I was at Bayside a month ago. My bro lives out that way. And I don't know if there's any other comments here that are necessarily. We can get to the people who've joined onto the chat.
What do we have here? Yeah, the Bravo the Bureau. Mr. Angus asked Chris how his vape is going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we have both Matt and Drunken One here. What are you guys drinking?
I am drinking a local brewery, Breaker Brewing. They released their first can today. You know, a hazy IPA.
OJ Simcoe.
OJ Simcoe.
Is that?
So did they have
is that an OJ reference? No, it's totally not a white Bronco on it.
they have their own? Do they have the
juices loose?
Or are they doing like? Is it even a thing in the U.S.? The mobile canning?
The mobile canning is huge in the U.S. Okay. Way bigger than it is in Canada. I mean, there's a company out here in the East Coast, Ironheart Canning, that is pretty much gobbling up every canning outfit and becoming like a national force when it comes to like canning. But they actually bought their own canning line, so they're doing their own cans. They're like old school, like they just want to have control from beginning to end, regardless of what's going on, and they view the long-term investment of having their own canning line as just like, why waste the money on renting when we can buy it?
Like when Brimstone cans, it's a hysterical looking thing because they use their entire patio. So the canning line is on one side of the patio, all the skids are on the other, and they do it all outdoors.
So it's Drunken One drinking. And I have a follow-up question as well.
A local beer. This is the Carbach Hopadillo. I'm still waiting on my homebrew to finish up, guys. Nothing fancy this time.
And my follow-up question: you were on Jay's examination for the whole duration, were you not?
The most of it, actually. You popped out at what? No, who was it? One of y'all, some of y'all popped out of one to the other.
So my question is, though, did anyone who joined that actually have the ice house that Jay was trying to examine that night?
The guy that showed up the latest.
Okay. Because I was watching the first 5 minutes, and it was like 3 people joined in, and nobody had the beer Jay had.
Nobody had that. Yeah, and then he kind of, I don't mean to be telling stories. Then he got to the point there later on where it was like, well, if nobody wants to do these, then we can just quit these. And I run out of ideas. And so I don't know what's going to become of that. Next week's one is the 3-tier system. We're going to discuss how beer is distributed and why it happens the way it does.
Well, he should probably branch out and discover topics for a while, because at least in that case, no one actually has to bring the same beer.
Exactly. No, I agree. I so agree. Yeah, and then sometimes I show up and I got the wrong damn beer. It was one time when I showed up late that he kind of got after me. Well, we're not doing these 24/7. Okay, and I just kindly bowed out of that thing and screw you, hippie. You know, I don't mean to cause trouble. I don't mean to bring hate. I'm just,
screw you, hippie.
I'll just move right along. Whatever.
Guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I got CC going home, guys.
There's a bunch of other shit on my computer's got little red dots beside it. I'll just go somewhere else.
You guys and
right? Yeah, better things.
Rainbows. I hate those freaking things.
That's like 20 years old right now. That like
I know. It's like the first episode.
Yeah. But it's still contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow.
Yeah, if you're our age.
So I'm moving on to a beer I bought at the LCBO tonight that made Chris laugh when I picked it up. I'm going to be drinking Miller Lite.
I knew it.
That's on you.
Oh,
why?
It feels so bad.
Light?
You know what?
Is there a rhyme or reason to why you would purchase that?
I just wanted something that didn't really have a flavor, so I bought this.
There's a lot of beers that don't have.
Well, you bought Guinness for the panel. discussion.
I have a Guinness left. It's back here.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, doing a damn Guinness. Right. Yeah, right.
Oh, it was the Germans tonight, yeah.
Carlsberg.
See, this is the thing, right? Like I have to keep up with like every week. I have to have a few craft beers, and then I have some macro beer to fill it in.
Yeah,
You're the adjuncts of your drinking night.
Well, yeah, that's the adjunct of my drinking night. Basically, there are some adjuncts that I don't hate, and I don't hate this. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. There's nothing wrong with it. Miller Lite, it has no flavor. It's good.
Really
why don't you just go grab a bottle of water then?
As long as
It has no flavor. It's good.
There's still alcohol there.
My name is not Ewart. I cannot just drink the aqua. Now, you know, I didn't go to Niagara on the Lake and buy a bunch of $9 black lagers, so.
Fair enough.
Jesus, we fucking get a lot of comments. Just keep coming in.
Yeah, I like it. I like when this happens here.
Interaction is.
Honestly, this is probably our most commented fucking BDU we've ever done.
So if anyone wants to read them, it's after Darth would be the first one.
I'll leave it to Lee if he wants.
Oh, you asshole!
I mean, I can, but you were just reading the last.
Well, I'm just trying to find my place here again. Let's see here.
Right, they're moving that.
Let's see here. Darth. Okay, there we go. Jace Westcott says, "Drunken One's Iron Man streak continues." There you go. I assume that's chat jumping. I think that's Jace Westcott says, Matt.
How you doing? I love it.
Ryan says,
"Hey YouTube, how you doing?"
Ryan says, "Carbach sounds like it was brewed in Afghanistan." I don't.
Oh shit!
Oh, we're going there.
Went south with that one, huh?
Is there any terrorism in that beer?
So there's a conversation going between Jace Westcott and Ryan here. I'm just going to cut out of that.
Cardbox.
I just dropped.
St. Louis, Missouri, baby.
Yeah. Owned by AB InBev, baby. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I am BDJ says Niagara locals grape and wine this weekend. Anyone going?
No.
You're not going to the Grape and Wine Fest?
First
No,
off,
we gotta work.
I'll probably be serving a lot of people that are drunk out of their minds.
That's on you.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Ryan says they've been. That's still their conversation going on there. Ryan says Miller Lite. You lose a bet.
Right?
Yeah. Darren Noof says Mr. Angus is onto the Upper Canada Dark Ale. Fuck yeah.
Huh. And it's funny. Hold on a second, Lee. And it's funny if Chad lost a bet there with the Miller Lite. I laughed when he bought it because I was at the grocery store picking up the Guinness for the Anal Wysis reviews of the beer of Guinness, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I've untapped fucking Miller Lite, so I'm gonna buy one. And then I laughed. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't Miller Lite on tap. I mean.
Anyway, whatever.
Memer Dude says Miller Lite keeps your ass tight.
That is
fair enough.
It rhymes. It's not a saying I remember every year.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Let's see
My
here.
ass is so tight. I've had a Miller Lite.
Basement Beer Review says fuck you grapes, Darren Noof. And first time I am BDJ says first time in my adult life that I'll be able to.
They'll be able to go to Grape and Wine.
Be able to drink.
I guess that's what he's saying.
Yeah. No,
right. I haven't. I've never been to the Grape and Wine Festival where. Well, I've been to the parade that they have on the Saturday or whatever, but I have never been to a Grape and Wine fucking drink fest because it's a shit show. It's a shit show. It's basically what it is.
With my ex-wife, and I tried my first red wine there, and it tasted like garbage. And I found out that most of the wineries bring like their lowest end wine with them and sell it for extremely high prices. And then the next time I went was with the Man-Child and the Cantankerous Cook and the Cartoon and a few other guys. And when we went back to the House of Wayward Boys, which is where the Cantankerous Cook and the Honey Monster and the Man-Child and the Cartoon live, their neighbor Lance was outside, and Lance is a large African-American biker, and Ken was standing on the lawn screaming, "Fuck you, Lance, fuck you," over and over again because he's drunk out of his mind.
Now hold it! All right,
Lance looked at us and he's like, "Take him inside before I have to kill him." Yes, sir. You got it.
Oh, now why would they bring the crappiest ass wine they have? It seems like you try to promote.
Because nobody's actually drinking it for the taste. They just get drunk out of their minds there. It's a giant shit show.
Oh, I see.
It's like the vast majority of any alcoholic fest. Most, like 80% of the people just want to get hammered, and the other 20% care about what people bring.
I see.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Actually, Chris, because you'll know this one. Miss B.B. Bell is B.A. Bell is his aunt, Lance's aunt.
Yeah. And going back to the Grape and Wine, the Grape and Wine Festival in St. Catharines or the Niagara region is probably the second largest festival in the Niagara region, next to the Albino Rhino Beer Festival. Just saying.
But see, when they come for the beer, they're actually coming to get craft beer, and they know it's going to be good and probably expensive. Or you think they're just after the buzz too?
At the Grape and Wine, it's all about wine.
I get that part, but I'm saying, but when you go to a beer fest, it's more like you're getting better beer. You're not going to buy Budweiser at the beer fest.
Depends who's there.
Say Toronto Festival of Beer in Toronto, the TFOB. They will have about 130,000 people go through there, but the stuff they sell the most of is the macro stuff. They like Molson Coors. Molson Coors has its own garden. Miller usually has its own garden. Bud has its own corner.
Okay. I never actually been to one, but yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. So the ones that are devoted to those are going to go there.
Usually you'll find if it's a smaller beer fest, it's usually more in tune with all craft stuff. Sure. If it's a big beer fest, at least up here in Ontario, there's three that are fairly large, and they usually are more macro stuff than craft. Like the craft guys are there, but it's just not what the crowd that comes to it is going for.
Exactly, I get it. All right, dumbasses. Go. Okay, makes sense.
Fuck your grapes.
All right.
We need someone to read comments. Is Lee checked out?
Go ahead.
That's a really interesting looking can, though. I mean, is that a sticker on it, or is that just for for Matt?
Oh yeah, it's a sticker can.
It's a White Bronco.
Yeah, and it has like a.
Oh, it just looked at the top like it was weird. Like
it's got White Bronco, OJ's White Bronco, and
and there's hops coming out of the
and oranges.
Can you fit a glove over that fucking can right now? That's the question.
You should have reviewed it with a glove, Matt. That would have been fantastic. A glove that didn't fit. It's just like
it just went through his head how good that could have been.
Yeah, that was like. I just love that someone commented like, "And that's supposed to be an OJ reference." The guy's like, "There's a fucking White Bronco on the goddamn label." Yes, yes. Matt pointed it out like a minute into the review. Yes.
Wow.
I don't think you needed to say it. I mean, pretty obvious. Some people. But that's cool. It sounds like a good beer.
No, you know what? It's a good beer. I mean, there's a lot of orange in it, but from oranges, not from actual hops or brewing. And it's nice.
Because it's blood oranges, right?
Yeah, and it's tasty and it's good. And it's those guys actually do shit the right way. They're humble and they really try their hardest. The only problem is $18 4-pack.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you, like, because you didn't know the price, but that's.
I didn't know. I found out today, man. I'm like,
that's expensive.
I'm like, man. I mean, that's kind of getting to market value, but it's actually getting to market value to where I think there's going to be a fucking blowback. There has to be at some point. I mean, $18 a 4-pack is fucking ape shit crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Like if you're well established, like the Trilliums and Treehouses and Bissell Brothers and all the big names, I can see it, but like if you're just starting to try to get your foot, like get your name out there, whatever, it's like
that's the thing. Treehouse isn't charge it. They charge like
it's 50
for a can.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean. Trillium doesn't, but they have 2 spots in their middle of Boston. I'm not excusing what they do, but they get it.
But it's also not always the same. Like it depends on the beer.
I'm getting a lot of static from Matt on the mic. What's going on, Matt? You uploading some shit right now? Is that what's going on right now?
No.
Oh, it's probably.
It might be just me.
No, I hear it too, but it's probably just Google Plus being great at what it does.
Awesome. Good job. Yeah.
I'm actually using I'm rendering shit. Like,
stop using your fucking dial-up modem.
But,
God damn it.
Hey, that copy serves for free, baby. But
your connection doesn't look bad. It's just your voice is
audio.
Yeah, the audio's an issue.
How about now? Is that better?
That's way better. Way better now.
Settle down, Steve. Don't eat your.
Please do that every time we talk. Please.
I'm going to eat my tablet right now.
So I just blew them up a little bit, so I'm gonna try and do comments.
I mean, I can do them if it's too much.
I'll see here. I blew them up. Blew them up twice. We'll see how this goes.
Listen, if you seriously need to blow them up twice, I mean, I could just read them.
So B was first. Oh, well, we already got that. Ryan, fuck your grape sounds like something from Flying Monkeys, and it really kind of does sound like something they would do.
Sounds like a Chappelle show. Yeah.
B was I've been DD bitch every time I've gone.
Designated driver, bitch.
That's on you.
That's a you problem, dude. I'm sorry.
You tell everyone else.
Ryan says, "Fuck your grapes" is the perfect name for a barley wine. It's a wine without grapes. Fuck your grapes. There's barley and hops in this brew.
Fuck your grapes and your penis. That's a fucking Chappelle reference.
Darren Newf says, meet you all at Grape and Wine. Let's drink Palm Bays.
No.
Jamie, unlike the Albino Rhino Beer Fest, where everyone is sober, everyone except for fucking Greg, who is fucked out of his face.
He just randomly hops into fucking people's reviews. So, yeah.
Theo has to come up and talk to me about him.
You're like, he should probably not be going around telling people that 14-inch penises on.
That's the Grape and Wine Festival is the festival that Agnes goes to, and Greg has to be the designated driver. Okay, so Agnes is all fucked up, fucking everyone's fucking reviews.
When the AGC came over to you, did they mention anything about the volume level on Greg and whether or not we can turn him down somehow?
I think that was the first sign that he was drunk today.
Yeah. Do you realize he's screaming? No, that's just how he talks.
They're like, he's a buddy of mine. We're giving him a ride home. He doesn't have to anymore.
Greg's handicapped and he screams a lot because that's just the way he is.
Ryan says, so it's a bunch of people getting drunk off of Niagara-made Thunderbird. Sort of, I guess. Yeah. What do we have here? B was supposed to go to the Albino Rhino Beer Fest, and Jamie said me too, and then B said funerals got in the way, so sorry to hear that, sir. Anybody notice Trafalgar started canning their meads in 295 milliliter cans on the LCBO website? No, I didn't. I didn't notice that. But the first thing that the first thing that All or Nothing Brewery did when they bought Trafalgar was they put in a canning line, because Trafalgar's big problem was consistency, and they had a lot of problems with carbonation and a lot of problems with bacteria getting into bottles when they bottled it, because they bottled everything off of a fucking beer gun. They're a commercial brewery that's been open for 25 years, and they were bottling off of a beer gun.
Let me ask you a question, though. Why would they put it in 10-ounce fucking cans? That sounds just dumb.
I don't know. Make more money, I guess, maybe. Charge almost the same price. Charge maybe a third.
Ridiculous.
Take a third of the price off and sell double the amount for the same price. Well, for more money, I should say.
All right.
Anyway, Ryan has been afraid to try anything of Trafalgar after all the crummy reviews that Rhino's given their stuff. A lot of people have given them crummy reviews, but like I said, they're owned by somebody different now. Michael Arnold no longer owns them, and the first thing they did was try to get rid of all the inconsistencies. I don't know how they are now, But right before they sold, they were actually taking a step in the right direction. They were starting to do the black label stuff and all that. The problem was that they were still fucking bottling off of a beer gun, which is fine and dandy. You can bottle off of a beer gun, but when you're bottling 2,000 bottles off of a beer gun, why the fuck didn't you at least buy a 3-line bottler?
Isn't the real problem the fact that they're Trafalgar?
Yeah, there's that too. Peach mead and masala chai. They have a masala chai mead. I'm gonna have to try that. $3.65 Canadian at $2.98. Okay, yeah. So at the 500 milliliters, they were charging $4.95. So they took $1 off, and So now when you buy
2.7 ounces.
So they'll make more money this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. So what do we want to talk about? We're out of beer comments here. Well, beer topics.
I have no idea.
Is Lee back? Lee, you there?
Lee fell asleep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, he's back.
How about this week's big news was Bobby Heenan dying. Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah. Kind of WWE sort of shortchanged the dude. They just gave him like a small video package, and that was it. It's kind of surprised.
Where's the 10-bell salute? They don't do that anymore. It's very.
They didn't do it for him, at least. They still do it. They've done it for a couple other people, but they didn't do it for him.
Well, Vince was always a vindictive bastard, where if you didn't make all your money with him, he didn't love you as much.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, fucking Bobby the Brain Heenan, not only one of the greatest managers of all time, he's also one of the most underrated in-ring workers, because he actually was a wrestler before he was a manager.
Yeah, he was big in NWA and stuff, though, wasn't he?
He was. I think he did some NWA beforehand, but he.
He worked with Jim Cornette a lot before he made NWA.
Well, when he transitioned to manager, he was in AWA, and one of the probably his peak stuff actually was in AWA when he was managing Nick Bockwinkel. But I mean, he hurt his neck sometime in the 70s. That's sort of what quieted down his wrestling career. And even then, he still did crazy fucking bumps as a manager in the WWF. And like, if you look at some of the stuff he did where he was like forced to wrestle like an actual wrestler or whatever, in the WWF, he would do corner bumps. He did the sort of Ric Flair corner bump, the big fucking hit the corner and flip. He did better than Flair did. He was that good, and whenever he would like run away from a good guy wrestler who was trying to chase him in the ring, he would like just jump over the fucking top rope and tumble down and shit, and made it look effortless.
Well, maybe the WWE is going to do something special. You kind of want to hope for that to happen, but you don't know. But hopefully they do. I mean, fuck.
Yeah. And I mean, the last 15 years or so of the guy's life was probably pretty bad. Because he had the same sort of cancer that like Roger Ebert had, where they had to take out like most of his fucking jaw, where to the point where his head looked so narrow that it was like you couldn't believe he was still alive. It was that bad. But yeah. pretty bad stuff. And I mean, for the last few years, he couldn't even talk anymore. So that must have been pretty terrible,
especially for him. Like he was a talker all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who could legit have had like a sitcom or something. Like if he was not in wrestling, he could have been like in movies in a sitcom or something like that. Like he was that talented for that shit. So yeah, it's sad.
Well, basically, he was a fantastic actor. I mean, it's fucking fantastic. But
yeah, no, I mean, the guy was multi-talented. Like he was just a natural fucking talker and bullshitter, and had just like like one of those guys with that wit where he can just like snap off comebacks and make up stuff on the spot.
He was a great entertainer. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Is there anything else interesting that's happened this week? I don't think really anything else. I had some. No, nothing really. Nothing.
Yeah, IMBDJ says not many left from the golden age, and I mean, if you look at where Bobby Heenan's peak period was, he was in the AWA. Like I said, he's the last guy from that group of like elite people in that group that was still alive. Now he's gone, so they're all gone. So because he was manager for Nick Bockwinkel. He was there for like the Destroyer and fucking the Bruiser and people like that, and they're all dead. So
now from the other big age of wrestling, when it was becoming national and everything, you're looking at like the early to late 80s. I think Hogan's one of the only huge names still around.
He's pretty much it.
I mean, the Warriors dead. Oh well, Jake the Snake's around too. He was a big draw then.
Jake's still alive. Yeah.
How about Ted DiBiase? Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. But most of those guys are all like people who were second tier. Like the ones that are still alive are mostly the guys who are under Hogan. All the guys who are Hogan's like quote unquote equal are pretty much dead for the most part.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
What about Hacksaw?
Hacksaw's around, but Hacksaw comes into our work every once in a while.
Yeah, I know.
He actually beat cancer like years ago.
Yep. I think who's still
around. He was more 90s. Like he started in the 80s, but he's more known for his 90s stuff.
Who?
Sting.
Kane?
Sting.
Oh, Sting. Yes. Well,
Sting started as a tag team with the Warrior.
Yeah. Sting's still alive, but I mean, his career's over. Can't wrestle no more. He broke his neck there in that match with Seth Rollins like a year or so ago.
Fuck. It's crazy.
And Ric Flair's still around.
Yeah, barely.
No, Ric Flair's not fucking going anywhere.
No, when he came out of the hospital, he lost a lot of fucking weight when he was in the hospital, man. Like he lost a weird, like a scary amount of weight coming out of the hospital. I guess he had, due to, I guess he just did an interview like in the last 2 days or so where he said basically the reason he went to the hospital is because he had organ failure due to years of alcohol abuse, and he admitted to being an alcoholic. So.
Who would do that?
Although I think the steroids probably had something to do with it as well, because he was hitting that shit hard in the late '90s and early 2000s. He was definitely getting roided up. He was trying to keep up with everybody else.
Yeah, that'll be the next fad. Steroid beer.
Steroid beer.
Why not? Get juiced. Why are you getting juiced?
Yeah. Well, that would just be kind of a natural progression from those caffeinated beers, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of the...
Right.
Yeah.
I'm all juiced.
I'm juiced. I'm the juice. And
there's a really cute kid behind your head there, Chris.
No, he's not. He can't fucking even look in the camera. Fucking guy.
He purposely didn't look in the camera because the fucking flashes burn his eyes, fucker.
I know. That's one handsome albino child. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wonder who that could be.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm Mr. Me6. Look at me.
Wow.
I gotta go let the dogs out before they pee on the floor because it's been a while. While I am gone, I am going to leave the chat in the capable hands of... I was going to say Matt, but last time he was screwing around, so Lee.
Oh, wow. I finally get the fucking turn here.
Yeah, you better let the dogs out because Boris is all over me right now. You want to go outside? Go outside. Go. See you later.
We started a great conversation where we yelled at each other for like 5 minutes. Great.
Go. Good thing he didn't mute himself.
What?
Good thing.
I'll do it for him.
There you go.
So, what are we doing? Lee, you're in charge.
What you wear?
What we doing?
Just start blurting out shit.
I see Redbeard once in. I don't know if Chad intentionally skipped that comment on the last read, but Redbeard wants.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Lee's in charge? Oh my God, Chris Peters killed everybody. I swear to God, all the women, everything.
There are no
All of
women
them.
in this province right now. That's how bad it is.
No. And in Manitoba, there's no women left. He's moving over. He's going to Alberta.
Yeah. He's gonna make reviewing under influence this new woman.
You mean dude?
No, he's gonna make him his new woman.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Oh.
He's gonna make Jordan his bottom bitch. He's gonna he's gonna handle all his money.
It's fucking going in dry. It's going in dry for that one.
Dry and crusty.
I love the fact that he left you in charge right now. We're gonna just say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. I mean, fuck Chris Peters, fuck Jordan, fuck Dr. Dave, fuck Ron Ontario, fuck all those people. Fuck that ridiculous joke of a fucking Ice House examination earlier, which is just fucking pathetic. Just saying.
Did anybody buy Ice House fucking 5.5? No.
Yeah, one guy showed up. I got the 6 point whatever. Well, that's not the same beer.
Fuck.
You can do a contrast comparison, I guess, but it's supposed to be about a specific beer. You only planned it a week ahead, and no one showed up with the fucking beer. Like, what the fuck? Man,
that's way too funny. Hey Matt, you're famous now. What's going on with that fucking article that we fucking seen?
You're multimedia superstar now, yeah.
Multimedia superstar, Matt from Massive Beer Reviews.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. We've seen some article.
That BuzzFeed like video where you said stuff.
Oh,
that was some local it's like a local marketing company.
You're famous.
They oh yeah. They just, I don't know. They reached out to people in like my area. It's like uber local, like just in Northeast PA, and asked people to like talk about shit they do in the area and stuff like that.
Don't be so modest. You're gonna have a series before Taste and Niche does. Come on.
Fuck that. I'm fat, dude.
Next beer's an MTV.
You know what, Matt? You know what? It doesn't matter if it's local or not. You know what? And you got recognized. That's fantastic, man. I'm proud of you, buddy. Good job.
No. I'm not pooping on it. Fucking.
No. It's great that you. That's great that happened, man. I'm not even joking, man. Fucking one day, the Albino will be famous.
No,
he won't. No, he won't.
No,
he'll be infamous, maybe.
Infamous.
Albino man kills 3 people in a 7-Eleven.
Because they bought the hot dogs that he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one guy in front of him that there's like 6 hot dogs. He's like, "Yeah, I'll just take all 6 of those." Chad's like, "Fuck you, asshole! I'm gonna kill you." I just wanted 1 hot dog. You had to buy all 6, fucker.
I can so see that, right? He's coming down there with the munchies and shit, because he doesn't like
Fuck. How the fuck can you take all 6?
You gotta leave a couple of them.
Son of a bitch.
Especially when weed is legal, somebody's going to do that on me.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Oh, I said it again.
We don't fucking kill people, man. Come on.
I'm over here. If you're going to stab me, I'm over here. Hey, I'm over here. Excuse me.
Redbeard is asking for a link to get in, Mr. Redbeard. He said he just got off of work, so he's probably not going to be in rare form tonight.
Okay.
What would Joe say? That's on you.
I think.
I don't know.
Never mind. I was reading something in the Facebook chat, but it's not related.
Nope.
In the way I thought it was, anyway.
I don't know. I couldn't get in for the longest time. He said he sent it, and he said it was on his phone that it sent, and then don't know names. Massive Beer got a link, and then I got mine right after he did. So I don't know if it was what the problem was. Whatever.
Yours looking for a link right now, I think.
Oh, really? Yours up at this late? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yours not looking for a link. He's asleep by now.
No, he's looking for a link right now. He's looking for one.
Ryan says, Albino man so desperate for pigment that he beats the crap out of a homeless dude at 7-Eleven over a banana Slurpee. Breaking news at 11. Nice.
No, I wouldn't get a banana Slurpee. It would be at the very least like a strawberry or cherry or something.
That's funny. Okay, you can't tease him.
There he is.
I'm here, baby.
There you got it. All right. You can't tease him about his Miller Lights. I'm about to go get a bush because there's a couple more in the refrigerator. Hey, Red Beard, we got you in.
Hey.
Okay, hey, there it is again. How do you put names up over the boxes? Right now it says Miller Time over Albino's box and Blasto. How are y'all doing that?
Hangout Toolbox.
And
then right over there where it says.
No, I'm commenting. What you're seeing is the comments I'm making in our little chat window.
But it comes up over your box.
Yeah, because I'm the one writing it.
But and only the
only the
not
panel.
necessarily moderator. Anybody in the panel, really?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, what the hell is that over there in the chat? What the hell is all that? You did all that?
No, if it was a guitar, it would be like G, E, F, E, E, G, F, 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 G, H.
Did you just say H? H?
I did say H.
I thought so. Yeah, that don't exist.
I know it doesn't exist, fucker. Okay, let's get rid of this Miller. Let's jump this Miller down my throat. Cheers, guys.
Didn't do that on mine. Okay. Anyway.
Miller.
Chug.
Oh, excuse me. So, what are we all drinking at this point? I'm going to a Stiegel Radler.
I'm in between beers at the moment.
Fucking fidget spinners.
I've got a Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
There you go.
Hey,
What are you doing awake, David?
Oh God!
I'm cracking open this year's Double That Elephant.
Ooh. You were.
I saw him join and then dropped out.
Hi, Jamie. How's it going?
It was Jamie that joined?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, is in the basement in here?
Jamie.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. I'm in Chad's basement.
In the basement, in somebody else's basement.
Okay, I better go then.
I love it. 3, 2, 1.
What the hell was that?
He didn't join. Oh, he's coming back. Don't worry. I hope.
What the hell?
God, don't make me leave.
They upped the ABV on this year's Double That Elephant. It's so good. I'm not sure, but there's a good chance that this whole section of the can is because of me, and that makes me feel pretty fucking cool.
Why, Ryan, would you be double fisting a day-old, half-empty designated draft? Why? Why would you do that? First off, it wasn't a bad non-alcoholic beer. However, it also was way too overpriced for the 6-pack. But why would you be double fisting a good alcoholic beer with a day-old, half-empty non-alcoholic beer? There's a problem here. There is a big problem. There's something wrong in this scenario.
If you're asking me, mine is 90 IBUs. It's awesome. 90 IBUs, 8% ABV. Yeah.
90 IBUs.
It's so good.
So
alrighty. So what should we talk about for the next little bit before we go offline and we post the join link for everybody in the chat room when we go offline like usual?
What are you talking about?
What can we talk about? Any good movies coming out? Any good TV shows starting up? I'm waiting for Star Trek Discovery to start.
Has anybody checked out the first couple episodes of the Orville?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
I thought the last episode that aired. What date is it air? I can't recall, but it was hilarious. The zoo thing that was really well done. I liked it. That was really cool. I'm liking that show.
Fucking horrible. I want to watch it. I can't wait.
I really like that they had the guy sitting on the egg for the whole episode.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but yeah, that was okay.
Fall releases everybody's looking forward to from Ryan. You know what? I don't even know what's being released. I can't get much anymore, so I don't keep up with releases. I think the coffee pressed pumpkin that Joe was talking about is the release I'd look most forward to. But again, it's in the U.S., not here, and I haven't bought a passport yet.
New Ontario here in North Bay just released it was supposed to be a pumpkin porter. That's what it said on their bright tank and everything while they were brewing it. But now the label says brown ale. So something didn't go quite right or something, but it's still pretty tasty.
I'm a little worried about where Chris is.
Why do 4 people have their microphones muted? What's going on?
They're probably not at their computers right now. I know Chris isn't at the computer because he's gone somewhere, which worries me. He's going to
totally left you randomly. You left your microphone unmuted when you let the dogs out last time. It was quite funny. We all laughed.
Oh yeah, when I was calling Helga over and over again. You know where she was? She was under the fucking bed. She was stuck under the bed again.
Nice.
I had to release.
That's the okay thing about having a guy like this. He doesn't even try to go under the bed. He doesn't do anything. He's the most calm little dog that I've ever known. He's great.
Marvel's The Gifted and The Punisher you're looking forward to, Jake. Yeah, I'll watch The Punisher. Who's playing The Punisher in this?
Same guy that was in the Daredevil. The guy that was in Walking Dead for a while. I can't think of his name.
Oh, the guy that played Rick's buddy?
Shane, his brother, basically, kind of thing. Yeah, him. He's played the same guy.
What else do we have? B is binge watching Letterkenny season 3. I'll start watching Letterkenny soon. I haven't never watched any of it yet.
I found season 3 wasn't as good. Like you could really tell. Have you tried puppers?
Yeah, I've drank the beer.
Yeah, like you could really tell that was a thing because in season 3 they reference puppers like 15 times an episode. It's like they're trying to like make sure that puppers is Letterkenny beer kind of thing. It's the first 2 seasons were fucking awesome. This one I thought was still good, but it wasn't as good as the first 2 by a fair margin, I thought. That's his name, John Barenthal, Punisher guy.
Ryan says Rurban in Cornwall produces a cocoa cranberry oatmeal stout each year. I've already told you to shut the fuck up about Rurban. No, I hear so much about a lot of these small Eastern Ontario breweries and I don't know if I'll ever be going home again now that I'm carless here and I'm paying a lot of money in child support. I don't know if I'll ever be going back up to Ottawa, so I don't know if I'm going to get to see a lot of these places. What do we have here? Boris, go PP. Yeah, well, Boris went PP. It was calling Helga. Helga didn't come out from under the bed because she was stuck. I had to lift her out from under the bed. And Redbeard's dog looks like a Shih Tzu with husky fur.
He's full on Shih Tzu. He just oddly I shaved him recently, so maybe that's making him look weird.
Come here, Helga. Come here, girl. Come on, you lazy fuck. Come here. Oh. So there is the here is the English Mastiff German Shepherd.
Guinness is evil.
No. Guinness is delicious.
I love the pour. I can sit there and watch the cascade all day long, but nitrogen charged, the flat beers, they don't work for me for some reason. I'm not a fan.
Chris,
I don't mind the
flavor.
flavor.
Go to karaoke tonight, Chris. We should go.
Yeah.
No karaoke. No.
We could do karaoke right here, right now. Come on, let's do it.
But Chris, there's so many girls at the karaoke.
Don't care.
Chris gave up on girls.
No, I haven't given up on girls, but the girls at that karaoke, maybe.
I have to ask you a question, Chris. Where were you just now?
Is it me?
No, Chris. Where were you?
Just now?
Yeah.
In your bathroom?
You guys gotta rub one out now and then, man. Like, just don't pry like that.
Chris is usually like, he's here through some of the hangout, and he's like, guys, I'll be back. And he goes out and then goes to town or whatever, goes to try to catch some tail, and then he's usually back a bit later.
Last time Chad went to the store while he was still in the chat. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. He's always good about going down there. He's beating up the homeless people for the last banana slushie.
The last hot dog?
The last hot dog or something. Yeah.
Don't eat that shit on me, motherfucker.
Last time it was pizza. Chris bought the fucking pizza I was going to buy, the motherfucker.
Oh,
no, you had a slice.
Yeah, I was going to buy both slices.
Yeah, okay. So you can have one. I can have one. Fuck.
You guys, where are you guys? You guys are in Niagara Falls, right?
Yep.
Chad? Yeah, and Steve, yep. I'm assuming as well. Yeah. There's probably a lot more open 24 hours than there is here. All that's open 24 hours in North Bay is convenience stores. They're used to, like, for 1 year, the Walmart here was open for 24 hours. It was awesome. And then they stopped that. We had 2 grocery stores for a while that were 24 hours. They both stopped that. Now it's the convenient Subway. There's a couple Subways that were open 24 hours. Nope. Okay. The only things are the Max Marts, like the convenience stores. That's it. That's all. It sucks.
Yeah,
so
we
bad.
have the 7-Elevens. I think there's a few Avondales are 24 hours. The McDonald's usually are. A&W.
Sorry, yeah, we do have one 24-hour McDonald's. That's it, though. The A&W used to be, but not anymore. Tim Hortons, yeah, you can't, Tim Hortons, but still. Tim Hortons, past a certain point, doesn't really make food anymore, I don't think.
Country Fresh is open 24 hours, so you can go at 4 a.m. and have a wonton soup.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. As stupid as that sounds, it actually sounds pretty good at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It is. You go in and see Mary, you're like, Mary, and she knows exactly what soup to bring you. It's good.
And to go on what Chad's saying, that wonton soup is the best fucking wonton soup in the city.
Is it really?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, a lot of those
100%.
Really late just suck. Yeah, we've got one of our gas stations around here that they're pretty common everywhere. I don't know where they get their food from, but I think it's all brought in. They just like warm it up there or something. But they promote fresh food and this and that. Hey, none of that shit fresh. It's gross.
Ryan, yeah, I did say there's a bunch of 24-hour Tim Hortons here. Tim Hortons is the only thing in North Bay that there's like oversaturated like mad. It's crazy. There's so many of them.
You're saying a lot of these names I've never heard of them, but y'all don't have a Sonic, so that's all good.
Tim Hortons is a coffee and donut joint. It was opened up by Tim Horton, an ex-NHL player.
Oh, I get it. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the quintessential like Canadian coffee shop, even though nothing they make is really like blow your mind amazing in my opinion. Like I like an ice cap. It's like an iced blended coffee drink thing. But aside from that, it's like meh. Their spicy chicken sandwich is okay, but I don't go out of my way to go to Tim Hortons. Yeah.
You also got you also have White Castle up there. I used to live up there along that way in Michigan, actually. We used to have White Castle, and they had those little teeny burgers, and you go in there and order like 15 of them, and you could eat them all by yourself.
Yeah, the tiny little like slider things, eh?
Yeah. The White Castle.
Yeah, there's nothing
like that in Canada, though.
Oh, Canada.
Ryan says he's never had Guinness. He's had Mill Street Cobblestone, which is basically Guinness but with more flavor. And Railway City's Black Coal Stout. I don't see the point in buying an import stout when I can buy roughly the same beer in Ontario. I agree with you. Okay, we can accept that.
Black Coal Stout is fucking tasty. You can't deny that. It's a good one.
Ryan also says you don't have a 24-hour Tim Hortons in North Bay. No, see, we got that. He was lying to us.
Well, I clarified. You go to hell.
Wonton soup at 4 a.m. that's probably been sitting on a hot plate since 11 p.m. the night before, maybe the week before, man. Country Fresh cures all from B. Yeah, Country Fresh does. I used to go there after work all the time with my buddy Luch. Darren Noof, best wonton ever. We drive from Port Colborne for it.
Wow.
B, drunk Country Fresh SARS Country Fresh cures all.
What the hell does that even mean?
It's sad how a coffee and donut shop is part of Canadian culture. It's even more sad because nothing is done the way it used to be since Burger King bought them.
Oh, right.
What do we have here? I've got a staggering come out fine. I've gone in staggering come out fine. Country Fresh.
There used to be a Burger King here in North Bay. It used to be 24 hours, and the people running it were apparently also using it as a front to sell drugs. So it got shut down, and it's never come back. It makes me so sad.
That's a shame.
Yeah, a little bit. Like the closest one is in Sudbury, which is an hour and a half away. I'm not going to drive an hour and a half.
Not worthy of driving to, especially drunk.
There are a good number of places here that aren't franchised, that are actually like restaurants that opened up here. They're like one-off kind of things. Mm-hmm. And there's a few places here in North Bay where you can go to get a really, really good handmade fucking hamburger, man. Like it's
like this. Don't mind the hair. Hand pressed.
Burgers, okay, like, that's my thing.
For 7 viewers that are there, I'm going to post the join link. We're going to go offline. We always stay online for a while after we go offline, so feel free to come and join us. Greg isn't here, so there's not going to be as much sexual innuendo, which is good for anyone new to joining us. Again, here is the join link. Thank you guys for watching. It was great talking.
Greg,
I'm glad that
hey, chat. Greg loves the penis.
He
loves
does.
the penis.
Anyway, here's the join link, guys. We will see you soon, hopefully. And again, if you want to join, all you need is even just a cell phone. Have headphones if you can. That's really all you need. Most things have a microphone, but you don't need a webcam. Just a microphone will work. So cell phones work and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, au revoir, a bientôt. See you soon. Here you go. Bye-bye.
And Chris Peters killed that